Hare Krishna, everyone. Please accept my humble obeisances. We'll do a short kirtan and then we'll start our class. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. I request everyone to, as we sing along, please clap your hands. You can also sing along. Like, okay, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare. I'll mute everyone. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Jaya Gaura Hari Jaya, Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivrajakacharyya Ashtottara Sata Sri Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvind Shila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivrajakacharyya Ashtottara Sata Sri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Kaliyug Pavan Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki Jai. Most auspicious Tirubhav Tithi of Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Kaliyug Pavan Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki Jai. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल। So I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for joining. So just before starting this session, I was telling that I was contemplating that when I started this Bhagavad Gita session, at that time, like we can do the entire Bhagavad Gita session summary study. But as the time is passing, I was really um, thinking that there is so much nectar in the purport given by Srila Prabhupada. So at one point of time, I was thinking, like, okay, should I really go back, start from the very beginning, where each line that Srila Prabhupada has given, Srila Prabhupada has really poured his heart with so much devotion to Lord Krishna. So this this session, uh, these sessions of we are having these sessions on Bhagavad Gita, and you know, just think about it. Vedas are Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita that I am the knower of all Vedas, and of this Vedas, the essence of all the Vedas is captured in the Upanishads, and of the Upanishads, the crest jewel is the Gita Upanishad. And the special thing about this Bhagavad Gita is that it has been directly spoken by the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. And Sri Krishna is Apaurushaya. That means his words are not his his words are infallible. They are like uh, they are completely you say rightly, okay, carved on stone. Golden words carved on stone. So okay, they are they they are just truth personified, because Krishna is the absolute truth. Think about it, like on a regular basis, right? Like if someone wants to invest in a stock market, what do they look out for? They look out for who is a stockbroker who has a good track record. If you invest in this, if you like, I may have money, but I may not have those ideas as to where to invest. So, okay, this guy, like, okay, whatever he has shared in the past, he has a very good track record, and like, okay, whoever has invested with him, with his guidelines, then they have been successful. Let me go with him. That means we are seeking for his guidance, right? Then let us look at the field of education. In the field of education, what happens is we look out for which is a good university from where people have got their education. If I get into that university, people who have gone there in the past, they made it outside with good job, good salary packages. So yes, if I get into this university, then I also have a hope that I can also make it well, right? So we have students here, so you can relate with that, right? So like this, we get into the university to get the guidance of those those teachers, those professors who can guide us in our material endeavors. Similarly, in this um, in this Bhagavad Gita, this has been shared by the Supreme Person who is the topmost authority, not in this material world, but he is the topmost authority of all combined material and spiritual worlds. And that personality is speaking. So, how important are these words? And this Bhagavad Gita is the foundation of our spiritual study. So, you know how much important the foundation is. We were speaking about it last time. If the foundation is good, right? If whether it is a house, it's a building, it's a school, it's a dam, or whatever it may be. But if the foundation is good, then that structure can hold through the difficult, turbulent times, actually. So, if there is a very bad flood that came in, an earthquake that came in, okay, or whatever came in, but if the structural foundation was too good, then in that case, what happens? It is able to sustain the turbulent times. So, similarly, if our foundation, if your spiritual foundation is good, then in that case, we are also able to sustain the turbulent situation in this material world. So, there is a, I shared this verse. Um, I'm just, I'm just trying to see if I can get that verse. It's a view, very beautiful. Uh, yeah, there is a verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam that says, Samashritaya padapallavam mahat padam punyo yasho murare bhavam budirvatsa padam param padam padam yat vipadam natesham. What this means is this material world is filled with all the different turbulences, and we are exposed to dangers at, at every step. But one who takes shelter of Lord Hari or Lord Krishna, what happens is that ocean, turbulent ocean. So I don't know how many of us have been in boat rides, but imagine, visualize yourself being in a boat and we are in the middle of the ocean and there is a very cyclonic storm that has come in. So what is our outcome? We may just drown at any moment. And in that anxiety, when we are looking at it, it's a terrible situation going on in the heart. That is the situation that is compared in this material world that we are in. We are just trying to figure out, like, okay, our temporary things, like, okay, oh, I need a good job, I need a good family. Someone may say I need a good life partner. Someone may say I need a good house. Someone may say I need a good car. But these are all temporary. And in this case, what happens is, if we are not sheltered under Krishna, if we do not understand what is our position in this eternal world, then what happens? Punascharbita charbitam. We'll be just cycling around birth and death, just going into different, we'll be just coming into this world in different species and then going back. So dying and living, I mean, birth and death, between birth and death, we have different species of life. So it is very, very important. Krishna is helping us understand what is the purpose of this life. And he's explaining us that, okay, what is our nature? Like, what is the jiva's nature? Who is God? What is the jiva? What is kal? What is this time? What is the effect of this time? Okay, what is this material nature, prakriti? Right? So all this Krishna is, and what is the karma? Okay, because we many times we think, Are, I am just suffering through this one. But if we do not understand why we are suffering, how to get out of this, we try to fix our problems like, okay, with those band-aid work. What will happen is like, okay, that band-aid will only work for some time. But if we are not trying to make a permanent solution to our problem, then in that case, it is just a matter of time that okay, another problem will come and we'll be again in a problem. And we think sometimes we think we are happy. It's just in the scriptures tells us okay, it is the absence of problem, ignorance of being in the absence of a problem for temporary time makes us feel I'm so happy. That is the nature of this world. So let us go into this and why I was trying to cover this up, like, okay, because as we get into this journey, like, okay, firstly we have to understand why we are doing this. Because unless and until we are ingrained into why we are doing something, we'll not have any real energy in doing this. It is not about like, okay, oh, I attended this class, I attended that class, I attended, but it must be like okay, we are physically present, but our mind may be roaming in 10 different places. And as we continue to do that, what will happen is we may not get the essence of it. So, Bhagavad Gita is the foundation. And so far, in this foundation, what we learned is Arjun, who was in the battlefield, was in a very, was completely broken down. Although he was very good skillfully, but he was completely broken down and he did not want to fight the battle. Although he was a Kshatriya, his nature was to fight, but he was not willing to fight. And then Krishna chastises him. Arjun takes the position that, okay, Krishna, I surrender unto you. So far we were friends, but then now you can guide me, Krishna. Please guide me. Please instruct me. What am I supposed to do? What is most beneficial to me? And at that time, Krishna starts guiding him. And the first instruction that Krishna gives to Arjuna is he explains what is our eternal position. So we think we are this body, but we are actually the spirit soul. Now, we have talked about this in the past, but I want to reflect at this point. See, think about it. How much time do we think about the body, and how many times do we think about the soul? Soul is our real identity. So we are all spirit souls, Krishna is telling. Okay, and as spirit souls, we are trapped into this material body. Okay, so Krishna is saying, na hanyate hanyamane na sharire. That means the body will die, the body will perish, but the soul is immortal. It will not die. The soul cannot be cut, it cannot be burnt, it cannot be drowned in water, it cannot be, nothing can happen to the soul. The soul is immortal, and that particular soul is pure and it's part and parcel of Krishna. And that soul we are. Okay. And what is Krishna's nature? Krishna's nature is Satchidanand. He's eternal. He's always ever existing. He's Chid. He's full of knowledge, and he's full of Anand bliss. And since we are part of Krishna, the spirits, we as spirit souls, as part of Krishna, we also have this nature. We are also Satchidanand. Okay, so if you see, we are all pleasure seeking. We try to do things which pleases us, right? Is there anyone here who wants to do those things which does not please us? We do not automatically jump into that. Sometimes we are forced into that situation. That's a different thing altogether. But we jump into doing those things which pleases us, and we try to avoid those things which are not pleasure giving to us. Where is this nature coming from? This nature is coming from Krishna. And Krishna is telling that we have 5 different relationships. We can exchange we can reciprocate with Krishna in primarily five different rasas. So five different exchanges we can have with Krishna. So what are those? One can be in neutrality. So neutrality means what? Neutrality means like, okay, Krishna's flute, right? It could be Krishna's slippers. It could be the cows of Vrindavan. It could be the trees of Vrindavan. This is neutrality. Then the another thing is as Vatsalya Bhav. So okay, no. So after neutrality, it is Dasya Bhav as a servant, then as a friend, Sakha, then as a in the Vatsalya Bhav is as a parent, and fifth is as a conjugal lover in the Madhurya Bhav. These are all exchanges. And when does that exchange come? We initially start our journey with doing devotional service, but one who is sincere, the and one who comes into the bona fide parampara, at some point of time, the Guru reveals what is our spiritual identity, and at that point of time, we start, and it is at that point of time we understand. But if sometimes we may have some specific inclinations, we still continue in the dasya bhav. With all due respect, we keep serving Krishna, and then our spiritual position is revealed as to the spiritual position in the spiritual world. So this is and when does that happen? When we lovingly serve. Bhaktya mam abhijanati, Krishna says. That is, a devotee knows me. A non devotee will never know Krishna. If we are really aspiring to know and love Krishna, then Krishna reveals. He says, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tatheva bhajamiham. As you approach me, I will reveal to you accordingly. To the degree of sincerity, to the degree of surrender that we have with which we approach Krishna, to that degree, He will reveal to us Himself. So there is absolutely no limitation how much one can progress. Okay, one could progress unlimitedly in spiritual life. In material life, it is said, our scriptures say that whatever wealth a person is supposed to get, right, that is already pre-written, that okay, in this life he will have 10 rupees, then he will remain a beggar all his life, or in this life he will become a millionaire. So let's say till 50 years he was just a beggar, then suddenly we see many people like, okay, they have suddenly striking business. Okay, they many people I have come across, they told, I never thought that my business will succeed. Now that I think back, okay, Krishna, actually this is what our scriptures are saying. So His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, he says, let's see, this material aspect of the life is whatever you have to get, that is already pre-written. You do your best to sustain in this world. Don't leave that, but do it for Krishna, and 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 focus on nurturing your soul. We have talked about this in the past, that like, let's say if there is a bird in the cage, right? If the owner of this bird is all the time, she is painting the cage very nicely. She made it silver, golden, very nice painting. But she is not feeding the bird within. Then what will happen? The bird will die. So, um, is that a is that a thing of intelligence just to take care of the cage? No. But what are we doing? This is our soul is that bird, and it is trapped into this cage of the body. We have to evaluate. Are we feeding the bird, or are we trying to paint the cage? Something to reflect upon. So, so this Bhagavad Gita, as I mentioned, that it is a foundation, and this foundational study, it has been, it is kind of widely accepted. We know uh, in India, even today, like if one goes to the court, they are given this Bhagavad Gita, and they will say, that, okay, okay, whatever is, they will take the oath, putting their hand on Bhagavad Gita, that whatever I say will be truth. I vow, I vow keeping my hand on Bhagavad Gita. That means Bhagavad Gita, to all general masses, it is considered as an authority, and it is non-sectarian. It is ap- it is many people, okay, from various background. They could be impersonalist. They could be just inquisitive, right? The they are all seeking, the yogis. They are all looking for the Bhagavad Gita, and they are all trying to get things from the Bhagavad Gita, and so are the devotees. And we know, um, we have heard about Adi Shankaracharya. He has written this very beautiful Gita Mahatmya, which Srila Prabhupada shares it in the introduction of Bhagavad Gita. So we'll take one verse from the Gita Mahatmya. Srila Prabhupada has shared multiple verses, but this particular verse, we will try to reflect upon one story, and then we'll get to the verse of the Bhagavad Gita. So I will just share my screen with this verse from the Gita Mahatmya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we like to know why we are doing certain things, right? That gives us more clarity. So with that understanding, I thought, like, okay, because unless and until we have clarity in what we are doing, we may not get the energy to do it with that zeal, right? So this is uh okay, for some reason it shared a different screen. Sometimes. Okay. Which screen do you see? Lalmohan Prabhu? You're not seeing anything.
No, I'm not seeing any screen. Nothing has come. No screen.
Nandini Priya is happy with not seeing anything.
No screen.
Okay. Let's see if it comes. Okay, no. Okay, I think there is some problem with this sharing. I can do one thing. I can try once again. If that doesn't work out, then I will just read this out. I just thought, like, okay, that way everyone can see it. But if Krishna doesn't will for that, then in that case, that that will not happen. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, I think that is not happening. So we'll not go there. So this is one of the um, glories of um, of Bhagavad Gita. What is that? It is said in the Gita Mahatmya, Gita Dhyayana Shilasya Pranayama Parasya cha Naiva Shanti Hi Papani Purva Janma Kritani. What this means is, if one reads Bhagavad Gita very sincerely and with all seriousness. Okay, firstly, let me first, as I'm saying this, let me ask this. Are you all able to hear me? Maybe you can just raise your hands just to confirm so that I can know that, okay, how many are with me so far?
Yes, Prabhu, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Uh, okay, so, okay, so it says, if one reads Bhagavad Gita very sincerely and with all seriousness, then, see, the most interesting is then, by the grace of the Lord, by grace of Lord Krishna, the reactions of his past misdeeds will not act upon him. Hari bol. What it means is like, okay, in the past we may have some pap karma that we may have done, but if one is reading Bhagavad Gita very sincerely and with all seriousness, then it will, then this reactions, that is, he was supposed to suffer something, that will not act upon him. And then the first Gita Mahatma, it says, Gita Shastram idam punyam ya pathet prayatat puman Vishnu padam avapnoti bhaya shokadi varjitaha. Now please hear this very, very careful. Who gets scared, who becomes anxious at times in this world. Is there anyone like, who gets scared or anxious within this world? I think, okay, you have all transcended that.
We are all scared.
Sorry. Yeah. So this means that if one properly follows the instructions of Bhagavad Gita, okay, one can be freed from all the miseries and anxieties of life. Period. One will be freed from all fears in this life, and one's next life will be spiritual. That means one will, in the next life, one will be in Vaikuntha. One can be in Goloka, topmost of Vaikuntha. So this this is what Bhagavad Gita is offering. This is the blessing that, this is the Gita Mahatmya given by Adi Shankaracharya. So let me tell a story in this regard. So this story goes back to like about 100 years back, and because we all relate with stories. So about 100 years back, one army person, okay, he had like this army person, they have like a lot of strict regimen. And once what happened, like he went home for his vacation. Okay, but an army person is always like, he's always alert. He always has his routine, like he'll be walking, jogging, like okay, doing his exercises, right? So what he did is like, he, after going to his native place, he would daily go, like morning and evening, he will go for walk. But consider the world 100 years back. Like there were small villages, and between villages there were like small forest areas, jungle. So he would go for this walk in this jungle, and then one evening, as he was walking, he came across one very beautiful girl. Okay, uh, she was young, very beautiful, and she had very nice like dress, very attractive. So, and this girl told this army person, like, okay, I'm kind of very lost here. So, can you please help me go to this particular village? So, I can you just show me where the path is? So this, because he's from this army, he said, like, okay, yeah, I can tell you, but if I just tell you the path from this forest, you won't be able to go. And because you are like this young, I don't want to leave you here like this. I will just take you to that place and then I'll carry on. So the young girl was very happy and they started walking. But as they started walking, what happened is this person started feeling that, okay, that he was feeling very slowly, he was feeling drained out actually. And they were walking and talking and were having nice exchanges, but slowly like this person started feeling very drained out. So they kept like, okay, this person dropped the girl in that village, and then he came back to his native place. So as he went like, okay, that particular night, he was very feeling very, very drained out, very tired and very sick. But he was reflecting on this girl. This girl was very beautiful, and somehow through these talks, this person started feeling some kind of an attraction for that girl. Okay, and then it was night. Slowly, what happened? Next day came, and this person went to a um, he was again feeling like, okay, I really want to, if I could see that girl once again. So he went for a walk again, and very um, amazingly, to his amusement, he saw that this girl was right around that same place where they met the previous day. And the girl said, "Yeah, yesterday you showed me that place, but today I am once again, I am I'm lost actually. So please help me." So this person said, "Okay, fine, I'll drop you." And again, they were talking, and this person started to feel more tired actually. Like, okay. And throughout the day, he was feeling more tired, and now he's feeling further drained out. So he started feeling so sick that he came and he said, like, I need to lie down somewhere. So underneath a tree, on a rock, this person lied down. Okay, and as he lied down, like he put his purse on one side, actually, like those wallet, he put it on one side. And then this girl, she was waiting there, but she also came and lied down next to him. And this person was feeling so sick, and he said, like, okay, somehow in the course of discussion, something came up, and the girl was talking to this person, and he said, like, okay, oh, you want to see that thing? I can show you. It is in my wallet. But then my wallet is over there in that other rock, actually. I can, um, I am not able to reach out to that. So girl said, no problem, I will get it. And suddenly, what she did is, the wallet was on this one side of the person. It was a little distant when the girl was lying on the other side. So the girl extended her hands, and whoop, the hand extended few feet long, whoosh, and then like she got the wallet. And the man observed that what happened this one. So he was very scared actually what he saw. And then the girl gave, here is the wallet. Now the man was very scared, but he did not want to show that he was very scared. He somehow managed to get up, and he wrapped up, like, okay, and he dropped the girl, and he came back. And the next day, the person was again that day night. He thought about this girl. He was thinking, what happened? Like, okay, how did that girl's hand become like this? Why did I see this girl here? And next day, he went to a Vaidya, and he told the Vaidya that, okay, I'm feeling very drained out like this. This is what is happening. And I need some medicine. So the Vaidya gave him some medicines, and he took those medicines, and he thought, okay, now let me have these medicines and let me go for a walk. So he went to that forest. Again, this man saw that same girl in that same location. But this time, this girl, seeing that man coming to him, she said, like, okay, what happened to you? And till the previous day, like, the girl was speaking in a very nice tone. And this day, the girl is saying, like, okay, what happened to you? What's wrong with you? Then he said, what's wrong with me? And he said, like, okay, I just wanted to go for a walk. So the girl said, no, 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 I don't want to go for a walk with you. And the man said, come on, let's go. No, 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 don't come near me. And the girl, as the man approached the girl just ran away, and she disappeared. So as the girl disappeared, the man felt like, okay, his energy that was that was getting drained out, his energy was again rejuvenated. So the man thought, like, okay, he just had that uh, he had just been to that Vaidya and he got some medicines, like, okay, and he was not able to, he did not understand what happened. So the man went back to the Vaidya and he told him all that has happened. And he said, like, okay, this is what has happened. Uh, I just took one medicine and this girl said, like, okay, don't come near me. Can you tell me what happened? So the Vaidya thought for some time, he was intelligent. He said, can you give me that medicines? So when he took out that medicine, in those days, like this Vaidya was a very poor Vaidya. He would do this as his very like in 100 years back, like Vaidyas would be very selfless. They would not be like the doctors of today. Okay, come on, let me get whatever you have in your pocket. So he was selfless in his services, and so he did not earn a lot of money. So he would put his wrap his um, medicines on a newspaper. So when this newspaper was opened, he saw that there was a verse from the Bhagavad Gita, and he was able to immediately connect the dots at what happened. He said the girl that you were meeting daily was a ghost, and this girl was trying to drain out all your energies. And when your energies would be completely drained out, she would try to get into your body. Her subtle body will try to get into your physical body, and she will use your body to do whatever she wants, because as a ghost she does not have a body. So that was her objective. But as you went with this medicine, this is the verse of Bhagavad Gita. As soon as she saw that there is this verse of Bhagavad Gita, she got scared and she could not come near you. And she just fled from there. Now, this man, when he heard this, he was stunned. He thought that, okay, this one verse of Bhagavad Gita can make such a catastrophic difference in my life. Let me take up the study of the Bhagavad Gita very sincerely. Let me go to Vrindavan. And he eventually became a saint in Vrindavan. And he thought, like, okay, I want to study this and I want to share this knowledge of this Bhagavad Gita. So then he became a saint in Vrindavan. But that is the significance of Bhagavad Gita. In fact, I personally know one person who was not a devotee, but somehow someone gifted him a Bhagavad Gita. I don't know if you have seen, but Gita Press uh, prints one pocket Bhagavad Gita. So, and so this person was traveling in a car. Okay, and what happened is the car was, in India, how they drive like very rashly. So the car was driving at a very, very from the highway, and it was trying to overtake another car. And I don't know if you have seen sometimes, like, okay, there are those vehicles that carry, like, okay, those iron rods which are used for the um, uh, which are used for what is that? Um, for the construction work. So, so there was some type of those iron rods, like very few of them, three, four iron rods, like in a big vehicle, okay, was being carried. And suddenly, what happened? The vehicle that he was traveling, the driver lost control, and it went ahead and hit that other vehicle. But as a result of that, what happened? That iron rod that penetrated through the glass, and it came and hit this person, and both the driver and this person both became unconscious. They were hospitalized, and later this person could see that the iron rod came and, like, okay, he just collapsed there, actually just seeing this one. Later when they got senses, he had a lot of chest pain and everything. And the doctor asked, how are you feeling? He's saying, oh, I'm feeling terrible actually, like this. He said, you are feeling terrible right now because of that kind of impact that you had, but you are saved in your life. um, he said, is it? Why? He said, okay, because it seems there is some book that you were carrying. That was a Bhagavad Gita. So the rod came and hit the Bhagavad Gita. It pierced the Bhagavad Gita, but it did not enter into his heart. He said, okay, this rod could have penetrated your body, but because of the impact of the Bhagavad Gita, it reduced it and it did not hit your body. Now think about this, about a non-devotee just carrying Bhagavad Gita. What would it be when one reads Bhagavad Gita? So this is, we discussed about two instances of what persons carrying the Bhagavad Gita and what to talk about those who are reading Bhagavad Gita. So that being said, we will go to the verse of today. Okay, can you see my screen?
2.50.
2.50 you can see?
Yeah.
Somehow on my side, I see a different screen than what I'm sharing. Okay, so this is the verse that we will study. Buddhi yukto. I'll just expand this. Buddhi yukto jahatiha ubhe shukrita dushkrite tasmat yogaya yujyasva yogah karmashu kaushalam. We were just hearing about what is the importance of Bhagavad Gita. If we sincerely hear how crucial it is for our life, and through this, what happens? Krishna is teaching us how we, we can know Him, how we can know ourselves, and how we can establish in that relationship with Him. See, when we establish a relationship with Krishna, what happens? Krishna says that one who knows my birth, this is the verse that we studied last week. One who knows my birth and my activities does not come back to this material world, but he comes back to my abode, O Arjun. So, if we are trying to understand Krishna, if we are very eager to know about Krishna, then in that case, Krishna reciprocates to us accordingly. So let us read the translation and the purport. It's a small purport. So the translation and purport are by our beloved founder Acharya, Abhay, Abhay Charananda, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. A man engaged in devotional service rids himself, gets rid of both good and bad reactions, even in this life. Therefore, strive for yoga. Krishna is telling, therefore, strive for yoga, which is the art of all work. So now one may say, Arey, Prabhu, what are you saying? हमारे good reactions भी चले जाएंगे and bad reactions भी. Does anyone remember, like, which I want to just have a reflection, like, okay, does anyone remember that why are this good and bad reactions in life bad? Bad reactions means, I will tell you, I'll give you an example. Good reactions means we have been hearing, right? अच्छे कर्म करो अच्छा फल मिलेगा, बुरे कर्म करो बुरा फल मिलेगा. You do good, you will have a nice fruit. Okay, you do bad, you will get a bad fruit. So does anyone remember we discussed about this? Why are good and bad work both bad? Lalmohan Prabhu, I'll come to you, but I want to see if anyone else remembers that. This is important, crucial. No one remembers? Or how many are hearing? You can raise your hand. Hmm. Okay. Amit Prabhu, is this for remembering what it is, or it is for listening? Nandini Priya Mataji is saying because of past bad karma in pipeline. Can you explain that, Nandini Priya Mataji? You can unmute and share.
Mm. Like in our law, like lot of previous birth, like we maybe have done good karma, bad karma. Like it's like it will be in one after another. Like if currently if bad karma is like whatever bad we are going through, that bad karma is reacting us. If that is over, if again we had good karma, then that will come. If good karma is over, then if there we had bad karma, it's like that karmas whatever we had in
Yeah, so my
past
question is
birth.
like this. What you are saying is right, but my question is this. Why are this good karma and bad karma both bad? Why is Krishna saying get rid of good and bad karma? This, if you
Yeah,
do this bhakti, then you will get rid of good and bad karma. Is it good? Is Krishna saying a good thing?
yeah, yes, Prabhuji. Yeah, like until we nullify this one, we can't go back to Godhead, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
we should not have any karmas with us. Like it should like and yeah, we should not have karma. Yeah, both good and bad karmas.
So Nandini Priya Mataji, you are all your karmas are evaporated. You have zero karma. Now you don't have good also, you don't have bad also. Is it good?
Yeah, but we should be in bhakti. Like yeah, we should be a devotee and we should have bhakti. Then only like yeah, whatever we do, it should be for Krishna's like yeah, it should be only for Krishna service and everything, Prabhuji. So
Okay.
it should not come in account of good and bad. It should be coming in the account of Lord Krishna or service.
Okay. Let us see if anyone else has. Amit Prabhu, you wanted to share something? Okay, maybe Amit Prabhu is at work. Okay, Lalmohan Prabhu, let us go to you.
Yeah. If we
Yes, 1 second. Lalmohan Prabhu,
uh,
Ashok Charan Prabhu, you want to share something? I thought, okay, he may have something to say. Okay, Lalmohan Prabhu, please go ahead.
so just like that, that bad karma will be bad effect and we will go to heaven or hell. Similarly, if we do the good karma, that effect will be good and we will go to heaven. But but to heaven is not a very good place. As soon as the action of that good karma will be finished, we have to come back to this material world again. So we will not be able to liberate ourselves and go back to the Godhead. For going back to the is like karma, akarma, and bikarma. We have to do the akarma, means we have to do everything to please God, to please Krishna.
Yes, very nice. Thank you, Lalmohan Prabhu. So, please, dear devotees, please hear this very, very attentively because unless and until you understand this, okay, I will just mute everyone. Um, so please hear this attentively because unless and until you understand this, nothing beyond this will go, and our Krishna conscious life, we may think we are being in a Krishna conscious cycle, but we may be just trying to do it in a routine way. So there are three concepts: karma, vikarma, and akarma. Karma means doing those things which are specified as per the Vedic scriptures. Okay, so that means like someone may do Ganesh Puja, someone may do Satyanarayan Puja. Like in Satyanarayan Puja, it is said, right? One who did Satyanarayan Puja, they got a lot of. Once they did not do this, then Lord got offended, and then like okay, they did this, and then Lord gave them a lot of wealth and this. Then in Ganesh Puja, what do we? Sukha sampati ghar aave, right? So this is that means when there is this puja being done, in the mind, in the heart, there is an intent that if I do this, I will get this. Okay. It is called fruitive. The word used in English is fruitive. We'll get fruits for doing this. This is karma. Okay. Vikarma means doing things. Karma means doing things which are aligned with Vedic scriptures. So these are given in the Vedic scriptures. Vikarma means doing things which are not aligned with Vedic scriptures. Meat eating, okay, intoxication, right? So these are doing something sinful which are not aligned with the scriptures. That that will bring us negative results. Karma will give us positive results. Vikarma will give us negative results. We'll have bad reactions for vikarma. We'll have good reactions for karma. And akarma means neither good nor bad. This is bhakti. Okay, something that is being done for the pleasure of Krishna. Oh Krishna, whatever is the result of this, I want to give I want to give you all the results. Okay, I am doing this just for your pleasure because you have told, because your representative has told, that is why I am doing this. And when we always in our heart are trying to please Krishna and his representative, pure devotee Srila Prabhupada, or our Guru Varga, then just by doing that, we'll be making lot of rapid progress. Now, why is Krishna telling that, okay, getting rid of good and bad karma, okay, good and bad reaction? So look, let us look at that particular part. Krishna is saying that because the good as well as bad reaction both are bad, because if someone has done only bad activities, then when he takes, let's say he has done only bad activities, one person was a murderer all his life and he dies that time, he, he was very peaceful, he dies, but when he's in whatever, once he's born again, whenever Krishna decides it's right time, like, okay, for him to go through those sufferings, he has to go through all the sufferings for the bad reactions, for suffering those bad reactions. And similarly, he has to suffer, he has to enjoy. If he has done all good karmas, then he has to come back and enjoy all the good reactions, but that means that person has to take another birth. And one who is doing akarma, that is one who is doing for the pleasure of Krishna, in that case, that person does not have to take birth. Okay, that is why this akarma is better. So let's go into the purport. Srila Prabhupada is saying, since time immemorial, each living entity has accumulated various reactions of his good and bad work. Now, I want to ask all of you, are you experiencing that in your life there is something good and something bad? You are having good times and bad times. Do you experience that? How many of
Yes,
you, right? Lalmon Prabhu is saying, okay, he is experiencing that. How many of you are experiencing that? You can raise your hand. Yes, right? So we are all experiencing that there will be good times and there will be bad times. And then Srila Prabhupada says, as such, he is continuously ignorant of his real constitutional position. That means we as living entity are continuously ignorant of this real constitutional position. Once ignorance, okay, we are in ignorance, that means अज्ञान, मुझे पता ही नहीं कि मेरा पोजीशन क्या है. ठीक है, that is once ignorance can be removed by the instructions of the Bhagavad Gita, which teaches one to surrender unto Lord Krishna in all respects and become liberated from the chained victimization of action and reaction, birth after birth. So once ignorance can be removed by what? By the instruction of Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna is saying what? That oh, oh Arjun, your real identity is that you are spirit soul, you are part and parcel of me only. And as as act in that spiritual platform, considering that, okay, you act in that platform and then surrender unto me. Sarva dharma parityaja Mam ekam sharanam vraja. Mam ekam. To me only you surrender. And then what I will do? I will aham tom sarva papebhyo mokshaishami. I will relieve you from all your sinful reactions. So Srila Prabhupada is explaining that only. So, and what will once Bhagavad Gita is teaching one to surrender unto Lord Krishna in all respects, and then what will happen? He will become liberated from the chained victimization of action and reaction. कभी अच्छे फल आ रहे, कभी बुरे फल आ रहे, कभी बुरे फल आ रहे, कभी अच्छे फल आ रहे. Birth after birth that is going on. Have you seen that, like, okay, in your in generation after generation, if you see, everyone is going through the same thing. No matter, one may be born in a high family, low family, poor family, rich family, one may be black, white, red, yellow, whatever color of the body may be there. One could be in any species of life, but one is still undergoing that. So once one is coming, once one takes birth, that person has to get old, he has to undergo disease, and then he has to die. This is a common thing, which is a major problem when one takes birth. So one has to really think, how do I make a permanent solution? So there, Arjuna is therefore advised to act in Krishna consciousness, the purifying process of resultant action. What is Krishna consciousness? Krishna consciousness is the purifying process of resultant action. That means our actions will be purified when we do those actions for Krishna. So what is how when we do this for the pleasure of Krishna, then in that case it would be uh, it would purify us, and when it pleases Krishna, then in that case we are relieved from the reactions. This bhakti alone can deliver us from all types of miseries. And what is this misery? This misery is, we may be thinking that, okay, oh, my car broke down. Oh, I have this health issue. Oh, I have this job problem. Now we are thinking that, okay, this is the misery that Krishna is talking about. No, Krishna is not talking about these miseries. Okay, these things based on our karma, they are coming. But when we become sincere in our Krishna consciousness, what will happen is we will be uplifted and we can think out of the box actually as we traverse through this. Just like a lotus flower is not affected by the water falling in the leaves. Have you seen a lotus flower? When the water falls on that lotus flower, does does it become wet and soggy and like that? No, it does not become like that. As rain will fall on that, but it will be unaffected. So in the material world, once one is there, the contamination of the material world is such that one will be contaminated. One will be exposed to harsh situation, because Krishna is giving a warning. Dukkhalaya ashashvatam. You will be exposed to dukkha. But one who takes shelter of Krishna, for that person, what happens? The water of the ocean becomes just like the hoof print of a calf. And if that boat, as we were talking about initially, that boat is in the middle of the ocean and one is trying to figure, "Arre, where do I go now? I'm in the middle of the ocean and there is a cyclone." But if that same water becomes what? It becomes so little that it is just under the hoof print of a calf. If this much water is only there and everything is land and the boat is standing on there, will the boat move like this? No, the boat will be steady because it's all land only. On this much water is there. What will happen? So it is just like that water. And when one continues to uh, do bhakti, what will happen is that water will also evaporate, and ultimately we will be completely steady in our Krishna consciousness. What happens is, if we go deeper into our sadhana, into Krishna consciousness, into realizing Krishna, it will be like taking a dive into the ocean. What do ocean divers do? They go into the ocean to search for oysters, for pearl. Have you heard this? That ocean divers, they go to search for pearl and oysters. Okay, but you just see in the shore of the ocean, if someone is standing, if you go to the sea beaches, what you will see? All those dirt and garbage will come. Nowadays, like people throw plastic and those plastics comes like in the shore of the ocean. So if you are just shallow in your Krishna consciousness, what will happen? And when I say you does not mean you person. You means me also. When we are shallow in our Krishna consciousness, it it we will just get plastic. Okay, oh Prabhu, many people tell me that, Prabhu, my life is so much problem. But if we just try to see how Krishna is actively playing a role in our life, where could we have been and where we are right now, we if we try to see this one, then it will become an absolute blessing. See, Krishna is telling this in Bhagavad Gita, that there are three energies. There is a external energy, there is an internal energy, and there is a marginal energy. Okay, the external energy is the material energy. Okay, the internal energy, is Krishna's. All of these are Krishna's energy. Internal energy is the spiritual energy, and we are part of the marginal energy. Okay, and the as if you see at all times, like, okay, Krishna is present in everything that we see. It could be our car, it could be a flower, and it could be in water. Krishna is saying, I am the taste of water. So every time that every time that we breathe, right, like this, just take a deep breath and see, just try it out. Now, for one moment, think about it. How many of us get charged? It could be for the place that we stay in. Each and every one of us are charged. We may have bought a house or we pay rent there, right? Because we are staying there. If we are nowadays, if you see, like, okay, if we even we buy a house, after that there is a society maintenance, right? Or here they have this HOA concept. So you have to pay monthly, even after you have bought this. There could be an annual charge or there could be monthly charge. But look at the natural resources that Krishna has given us. He has given us this air that we breathe in, the water that we get slowly in Kali Yuga. There is a prediction in Srimad Bhagavatam that all these natural resources will also, there will be a price tag to that. And as we see, like, air also means water is being sold. Air also, like, okay, nowadays many places they say, oh, come and we'll give you fresh oxygen in cities which are very polluted, and we'll charge you for that. And if you just walk on the natural grass Krishna has given us, see how soothing it is, because these are supplied by Krishna. When we eat anything, eat any fruit that we like, whether it's mango, apple, or anything, just think about it. Krishna, all these fruits you have given to us, each fruit has a different taste, each vegetable has a different taste. How would it have been if we had just one item to eat every day, same item in both times? It could have been such difficult to sustain, right? But Krishna has given us all these things. Even though it is Dukhalaya Shashvatam, but still, Krishna, we have not remembered you, but you are still thinking about us sitting in that spiritual world, that what will what we will be doing here. So you have given us all these things. And with that understanding, if we offer everything to Krishna, if we remember Krishna, if we converse with Krishna, if we talk to Krishna and say that, okay, Krishna, I'm very grateful. You give me a place to stay. Many people who come, I know, like, okay, some of you have come to US, and when you initially came in, like, okay, you thought, like, okay, oh, this is, I know one devotee was saying that, okay, when I initially came in, it was so depressing. And then he got a nice environment. But who is arranging for this environment? Uh, I know someone was telling me, like, okay, oh, I got very nice family. But who arranged for that family? When you were born, did you say, Krishna, I want to get born in that particular family. No. Krishna arranged for that particular family, or Krishna arranged for that particular environment, or Krishna arranged for that particular whatever we see for those food items. Then something, wherever we find joy, if we associate that with Krishna, and if we share our heart with gratitude at all times, slowly we will start establishing that relationship. If we, my spiritual master, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, says that okay, gratitude is an essential part of bhakti. In fact, he says gratitude is bhakti. So at all times, if we are grateful with what we have, then what happens? The seed of bhakti grows very nicely. If you put a plant in an environment where it grows nicely, if it gets nice sunlight, if it gets nice water, if it gets the nice soil, then that plant will grow. But put that same plant, okay, away from sunlight, okay, that same thing only you put away from sunlight, you don't water it, okay, then what happens? It will not grow. But once, remember, okay, once the plant has grown up to a tree, already have a mango tree, then you don't need to go and water it every day. Then it will sustain. So similarly, like our Bhakti Lata root creeper is also just like this, that initially we may be having a disturbed mind. I was hearing His Grace Radhesham Prabhu, and he says we may be initially having very disturbed mind. Oh, what to do about this? What to do? And what do we do? The greatest mistake is we take Krishna consciousness most lightly. The first thing to get cut off is our chanting. Oh, my life is very busy, busy. Okay, drop this thing. That was the doctor's most best prescribed medicine. That is the one we dropped. I'll be very honest with you. See, very recently, I just moved my plants indoor because it is getting very cold in Michigan. So then after moving in, I have an amla tree, very beautiful. Like, she was growing very nicely, and amla tree is very dear to Krishna. So, and when I moved it inside, I saw all these the leaves are falling, and then I'm in total anxiety. Okay, what do I do? Should I put it on the near to the light? Near to the light, I saw leaves are falling. Then should I put it far from the light? Am I putting more water? This, that. Like, okay, you start thinking, right? What to do? Should I put it away like this? Now, then after trying all these things, then I understood, like I read in the internet, I found something. But similarly, when we are faced with situations in our life, what we do is we put Krishna in the last lap. Okay, whom we should put first? We just throw them out of our life. Okay, and then we think, okay, how do I control the situation? This is the greatest mistake, my dear friends, that we do. In fact, we should take example from Arjun. What did Arjun do when his son was killed? Arjun said, Krishna, enough of it. You are the Supreme Lord. I am fighting with you. And see, what is the condition? My son is killed. Enough of it. I'm not fighting tomorrow. Let me take a 15-day break and then let's see. I have had enough. No, Arjun did not do this. Arjun said, by tomorrow, I will kill that Jayadratha. 24 hours, not even 24 hours. Tomorrow sunset, Jayadratha will not see. This is my vow. If I'm not able to do that, then I'll give up my life in fire. That means he increased his devotional service. When in turbulence, he increased it. And when he was in the best situation, he anyway increased his services for Krishna. He was most he used to take care of Krishna in the best possible way. So this teaches us that okay, when it His Holiness Bhakti Tirth Swami Maharaj says that if we sweat, I'm just trying to remember um, the more we sweat in our good times, the less we bleed during war. That means let me reiterate this phrase. Please hear this very, very carefully. The more we sweat during our good times, the less we bleed during war. Visualize soldiers who are preparing for war, right? Or not war, who are practicing to fight. There is no war. For years, there has been no war. Okay, but the soldier is always alert. He's always practicing. It's not like, अरे क्या प्रभु, कभी तो last war was in Kargil only, 15 years back. Let me have nice time. Whenever they attack, tell me, okay. By the time they attack, like okay, it may be another 5 years, and by the time this guy develops a bit tummy, he cannot run also, and he's he's now diagnosed with low hemoglobin and like low iron and more cholesterol and triglyceride. With that, will he be able to fight? No. The soldier practices every moment and he carries the gun. Okay, he carries the gun and he's alert that okay, at any point of time I may have to shoot. Enemies can attack from anywhere. That is the nature of a devotee. A devotee, I heard this from my spiritual master. Actually, I wrote that in my wall, and I was talking about the soldier. It just popped that okay, this is just written here. So my spiritual master is known as Radhanath Swami Maharaj. He says, a devotee is a soldier on the battlefield, always on guard for Maya. A devotee is always looking, okay, from where Maya will attack. I just have to make sure that, okay, make sure that all my forts are guarded. If my forts are guarded, if my chanting sadhana is good, if I am not, if I am not accepting anything that is not offered to Krishna, then in that case, my mind will be steady in this. And if my mind is steady, if I am not committing any sinful actions, then I'll be able to do Dhrida Vrata. Then I'll be able to really do good sadhana and I'll be able to sustain. It may not happen on day one, but if you are persistent, then it will happen by the mercy of Krishna, by the mercy of the Guru Parampara. And let us, as we hear this, let us try to see the power of bhakti. Today is Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur's Tirobhav Tithi. So let us delve into one particular pastime of Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur. Please, my dear devotees, let us go back 500 years. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur appeared even before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'm just trying to recall how many years was that before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Uh, so Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur was 23 years older to Mahaprabhu. Sorry. So he was 23 years older to Lord Chaitanya. And when he he was even before Mahaprabhu manifested his pastimes, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur right from his childhood, he was born in a Muslim family, in a Mohammedan family. But from his very childhood, he was very much attracted towards Krishna. And he would, right from his initial days, he would chant daily 300,000 names, which comes very close to 192 rounds, almost like 190 rounds per day, every day. Not like, okay, one day chanted, now let me take break for 7 days. No, he would chant every day 192 rounds. That is why he is called as Namacharya. He is the authority for the holy name. And why are we discussing this? Because Namacharya Haridas Thakur is so dear to Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Whoever hears about his pastimes with attention, they it is a blessing that that personality develops genuine. Whoever hears Namacharya Haridas Thakur's pastime with attention and with love, who is hearing, that person is able to see Lord Chaitanya very soon, and that and by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, by the mercy of Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur, Lord Chaitanya bestows prema bhakti to this personality, and he definitely is that is the highest thing that is attainable in this life. So Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur is very, very important in our spiritual life. And when we try to glorify Srila Haridas Thakur, that is the best thing that we can do. And on these kind of spiritual days, which are called Madhav Tithis, Ekadashi is a Madhav Tithi, Janmashtami, Radhashtami, these are Madhav Tithis. When we fast, when we put our heart with devotion, when on the appearance day, disappearance days of great acharyas, when we try to hear about them, when we try to understand what they have done and try to take their teachings in our life, then we make significant jump in and progress in our life as well. In bhakti we become most dear to Krishna. When we love those whom Krishna loves, then in that case absolutely there is no doubt like, okay, Krishna's mercy is going to bestow to us. So let us go 500 years back to a place named as Benapol. In Benapol, there was so Namacharya Haridas Thakur was staying there, and and during those days, as he was chanting 300,000 names every day, what happens is when one is chanting like this, and Srila Haridas Thakur was very humble, he was very kind to everyone, and everyone in that local place would be very respectful to him. They loved him, and they would come and seek guidance from him. So, and and see, saints, they have no ulterior motives. So he would always try to uh, help everyone and serve anyone and everyone around. But somehow or other, sometimes what happens, if we get through this, Haridas Thakur got lot of opulence, in the sense like he became known among people, his yash kirti, like, okay, or his name and fame spread in that place. And as it was spreading, sometimes what happens is when we get more opulence, then people become envious of us, right? Has anyone experienced that? So that is the nature of this material world. The when we have something more, then there is people who is envious. And during this, and envy has different level. One is like, okay, when envy comes, then in that case people sometimes they don't like to, they if they like to belittle others, like, okay, no, whatever you say is good, but like, okay, this person did it because of so and so things. Or there are there are different attitudes, like, okay, people try to either belittle that person, or some cases, in the worst cases, people try to say, okay, oh, I'm not able to tolerate what this person is doing, let me somehow destroy this because this person is growing too much. Right? So there are various levels of envy. So this, if one becomes very, very envious, then in that case they try to destroy the other persons, right? So there is one personality, Ramchandra Khan, in Benapol. As Srila Haridas Thakur's popularity started growing, as people started having faith, trust in this saint, Ramchandra Khan was very envious because he was the Nawab of that place. And 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 he was just a political authority. But as he saw, like, okay, this saint, this insignificant saint, as he would see it, like, okay, and he Haridas Thakur wore simple tattered clothes. He had just a kutir, and he was just chant like all day long near Tulsi Maharani. This simple beggar, like that, he's thinking like, oh, how is he growing so much in popularity? I just have to do something about it. And what he did is he started thinking like, okay, now people, we see the world with the eyes that are, I mean, the external world that we see is a reflection of our own consciousness. So this person thought, like, okay, how can I destroy this? Okay, let me somehow allure him to some with some woman, and he called the best of the prostitutes. So he was thinking from his mindset, like, because he was a um, he, he would be allured by women. So he thought, like, okay, this is something that, okay, I can have Namacharya Haridas Thakur to get allured with. And that's how he got the best of the prostitutes. And out of, he told his plan that, okay, I want to destroy this Haridas Thakur. So the prostitutes, they agreed, and unanimously they chose the best among them. And they said, okay, this prostitute can do it. And so this prostitute said that, okay, so I will take care of this, and I'll be most happy. And she was the most attractive. So uh, Ramchandra Khan said, okay, then let me send my soldiers with you, and then you can destroy this Haridas Thakur. And as soon as, like, okay, Haridas Thakur is caught doing something with you, at that time, like, okay, my soldiers will go and arrest him. So the prostitute said that, no, firstly, let me go ahead and have union with him. And once I am able to have that union with him, then after that, you send your soldiers and let them arrest him. Can you think about it? Like, okay, so much deadly plan. And so the Ramchandra Khan agreed, and then this prostitute, first night, she went with the best dresses that she has. Like, she was dressed most attractively in the most alluring way. And then she went to the kutir of Namacharya, Srila Haridas Thakur. And as she was getting in there is this tulsi plant. So she bowed her head on the tulsi plant, because to show that, okay, she is very favorable to bhakti. And she went ahead and sat there, and our Haridas Thakur was completely absorbed in chanting of the holy name. And as Srila Haridas Thakur was chanting, this prostitute told Haridas Thakur that, oh, young man, see, you are so young and you are so handsome, and I am also so beautiful. So I really desire to enjoy with you. And such a saint as you are so kind and merciful. You bestow your mercy to everyone. So please bestow your mercy unto me, and please enjoy with me. That was the prostitute's offer. And Srila Haridas Thakur is very humble, is very kind. And this prostitute, as she was talking, she was trying to allure her with her feminine attractions. And Namacharya, Srila Haridas Thakur said that, okay, oh lady, yes, since you have come here, I will fulfill your desire, but please give me some time. I am just trying to complete my rounds. I have taken a certain number of, I have vowed to chant certain number of rounds, and I am still running behind on my rounds. So let me do my japa. And as soon as I am done with my japa, I promise you that I'll fulfill your desire. So the prostitute was very happy. She waited, and Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur was chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And he kept chanting and chanting, and slowly the night passed away, and it was morning. So as the birds started cooing, the the lady prostitute, she thought, like, okay, um, now it is already daytime, so it's about to be morning. So she wrapped up from there, and she quickly came from here, went back from there, and she went back to her place. And she reported that, okay, yes, Namacharya, she reported to Ramchandra Khan that, okay, Namacharya Haridas Thakur, okay, he was doing uh, his rituals, but he has agreed that, okay, he will enjoy with me. So as soon as that happens, I will let you know. So Ramchandra Khan was very satisfied. And what this lady did is the next day night, she again went in and she again bowed to Tulsi Maharani. And this time she went ahead and sat inside the kutir. And as soon as Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur saw her, he said, like, okay, I'm sorry, oh lady. Yesterday you wanted to fulfill your desire, but my rounds were left and I could not complete it. But today I will certainly fulfill your desire. Please, I have some few more rounds left. You just sit here and you hear this chanting. So the prostitute was sitting there all night trying to hear, and Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur was chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And as Srila Haridas Thakur kept chanting, it again, like, okay, he was chanting and it was almost morning and the birds started cooing and the ladies thought, like, okay, fine, I think today also it is morning, so let me go back. So the lady left, and then this day night, like, okay, she was again back, and she again bowed to Tulsi Maharani, and she came and sat there. And Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur said, like, okay, he again said, like, okay, oh lady, uh, please forgive me. Yesterday also I could not enjoy with you, but and your desire will be fulfilled. Please give me some more time, and I will be done with my japa. Today I'm almost done. So the lady prostitute, she was hearing, and Haridas Thakur was chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. As Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur kept chanting the holy name, the lady who was hearing this chanting, her heart started, as she was hearing this, her heart got transformed. And she started feeling guilt within her heart that this is such a saint. And what have I come here for? I have come to destroy this saint who is whose lips are always tasting this sweet Harinam. And and I am trying to serve Ramchandra Kaviraj, Ramchandra Khan, that rascal. I cannot go ahead and do this thing. This would be a horrible thing that I am doing. So she confessed to Srila Haridas Thakur that, oh Haridas Thakur, oh Namacharya, I have actually come here with the intent of destroying you. I have been sent by Ramchandra Khan to destroy you. So please forgive me for the ill intentions with which I came, and I want to surrender at your lotus feet. So Srila Haridas Thakur said that I knew the day one itself when you came, why you came. But I stayed back here so that you could be delivered. And this was my only purpose of staying here, was to deliver you. So then this prostitute fell at Haridas Thakur's feet and said, please forgive me and please instruct me how I can be purified. And Srila Haridas Thakur said, you can, you have, and she shared that, okay, I'm a prostitute. This is the nature of the things that I do. So Haridas Thakur said that, okay, from today onwards, you stop all your prostitution business. Whatever money you have earned, you can go ahead and you can donate those amount. You come here, you stay in the same place where I am right now, because I am moving out from here. You stay here, you serve Tulsi Maharani, and you chant the holy name. So the prostitute did exactly the same thing. She went back to her place. Whatever money she had earned through prostitution, she distributed everything, donated everything, and then she she shaved her head. She she came to this place Kutir, and she started serving Tulsi Marani. And next to Tulsi Marani, she started chanting the holy name. Every day she would chant 300,000 holy names, 300,000 names. And just by doing this prostitute, she became a great devotee. And although she was a prostitute in the past, but her entire heart was transformed. And anyone who came in contact with her, their heart also got transformed. So this is the power of Namacharya. This is the power of the holy name. The holy name makes one fearless in their endeavors, in any of their endeavors. So if now we are sadhakas, we are at the our very neophyte stages, and see, like my spiritual master says, that a the sky is very big, and a bird, depending on the type of bird, it can fly that much high depending on its capacity. So similarly, to glorify the Vaishnavas, also we can glorify the Vaishnavas to our capacity. So I am just a insignificant insect actually in this. You know those small fruit flies, tuk 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 tuk, how high those fly. So Maha, our Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur, his glories are unlimited. He is so dear to Gaurang Mahaprabhu. What will an insignificant person like me glorify such an exalted personality? But I am just trying to do my bit with whatever I am able to. But whoever hears about Haridas Thakur, their heart gets transformed. Whoever tries to glorify, their heart gets transformed. And we should pray today to Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur that, oh Haridas Thakur, please grant us with genuine humility. Srila Haridas Thakur is humility personified. We should pray to Haridas Thakur, please grant us genuine humility. Please make us tolerant in our endeavors for the pleasure of Krishna. Please allow us to be respectful to everyone and not expect respect for our own selves. Trinadapi sunichena, tarorapi sahisnuna, amanina manadena, kirtaniya sadahari. When we get these qualities, we can always chant the holy name. So we pray to Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur that, oh Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur, please make us dust at your lotus feet, at the lotus feet of those who love you, your servants, your servant of the servant. So let us be the insignificant servant at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, at the lotus feet of our Guru Parampara, so that from there we can serve you. We could be insignificant, but please engage us in service to the holy name. Please give us taste of the holy name. So like this we can pray, and by the mercy of Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur, we can all progress. When we experience the joy that Krishna consciousness brings, then we will lose the taste of this material world. Because still we have the taste for this material world, we will be attacked by Maya and will be disturbed. Our minds will be agitated. I was sharing this, I heard this from His Grace Radhesham Prabhu and I lost that connection. So Radhesham Prabhu says that, okay, there are three levels. When we come to Krishna consciousness, because of our past conditioning, we have this uncontrolled mind and senses, and because of that our mind is always agitated. Okay, agitated in the sense like, oh, I'm troubled with this, I'm troubled with that, like we are in that state. But slowly, when we chant the holy name nicely, see, when we initially try to chant the holy name, our mind will go here, every place it will go. Okay, but slowly as we chant the holy name, what will happen is our mind, that same mind, will become observer. It will remain I was going to say it will try to absorb itself, and it will become an observer, that whenever our mind is trying to go, we will try to pull it back. No, 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 you cannot go. Okay, initially it will be gone, and then we'll try to bring it back. It will be gone, and then we'll try to bring it back to the holy name. But as the time passes, we will become more, by the mercy of Krishna, by the mercy of the devotees of Krishna, by the mercy of Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur, we can become a sincere observer. This is the second stage. And the third stage is where the holy name carries us, and we are totally absorbed in the holy name. So that is the stage that we want to reach. Let us all endeavor to chant the holy name sincerely, and to follow the regulative principles sincerely, to read Srila Prabhupada books, to hear more attentively. Srimad Bhagavatam says, Srila Prabhupada is repeatedly saying in Srimad Bhagavatam that Srimad Bhagavatam, it is also applicable to a message from the Bhagavad Gita, that we just have to give our ears, we have to listen attentively and absorb that in our heart. This can purify our existence. If we are not attentive, then we will not be able to, we may be there, but we may not be there. We may be physically there, but we may not be able to, if we are not absorbed, then we'll not get anything out of that. In Hindi it is said, it's not paisa vasool. It's like this. We have to see that, okay, how much attention we are able to see, and we can observe our mind as we become more and more focused in our hearing. We will become more and more focused in our chanting also. It all starts with hearing. Okay, through hearing we can develop the love for Krishna, and that Krishna's name, when we chant, then Krishna himself reveals that name to us as we chant. With that, I will conclude. Hare Krishna. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, नामाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी, हरि हरि बोल। वंशा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्येव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, गौरांग कोटि भक्त वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी, हरि हरि बोल। Does anyone have any questions or any comments? If not, we can stop here. Yes, Lalmohan Prabhu, I'll just actually Nandini Priya Mataji said, okay, there is one doubt. Nandini Priya Mataji, do you want to unmute and share? I'll come to you, Lalmohan Prabhu, right after this.
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji. No, actually, you're telling, yeah, you told right. If we get like good family and everything is like, yeah, because of Krishna. Yeah, it's because of Krishna. But even that has our karma also, right?
Yes,
Like our devil doesn't have karmas. Yeah.
yes. So last week we covered one topic, Ishavasyam. What happens is, whatever is in our quota, right? Krishna gives that in our quota. Okay. And sometimes, see, one may not, based on our karma, we are given a family, we are given a job, we are given our health, we are given a place where we are there. So I'll give you an example. Many may be, let's say one is born, a soul takes a body um, of a human being, and they are in those troubled countries where war is going on. They have good family, they have they may not have adequate finances, or they may have adequate finances, but they are in a turbulent, stressful condition. At any time the bomb may fall and they may die, right? That is one situation.
Mm.
The other situation could be like, okay, one may have like, okay, a good job but a bad family. A a family is good, but then like, okay, some relationships are very scarce. So these are all different situations. And why these different situations are there? Because the situation could be anything, but this is our greatest. We should use our situation to our best opportunity to take shelter of Krishna. That Krishna, I deserve worse than this. But in this lifetime, I have had many lifetimes in the past, but in this lifetime, I have come to know that you are the person that I should be satisfying. If I satisfy you, then I am watering the root of the plant. Please accept me. Okay, please give me shelter, Srila Prabhupada. Oh, Namacharya, Srila Haridas Thakur, please give me shelter. I want to chant the holy name very sincerely. I want to cry while chanting. And we should cry while chanting. That please make my heart soft. I want my heart to be soft so that Krishna, who is the butter thief, I want my heart to be like butter so that Krishna can steal my butter like heart. If we are chanting in this mood, if we are chanting to get pure devotion, then in that case, we will definitely make progress. If we are chanting so that like our material problem is getting solved, then our material problem will get solved, but we will not get Krishna. We will,
Mm.
it is like, we will, it is just like we in this great thing, uh, in we have approached a crorepati or a millionaire or a billionaire, and we are asking, can I get a $1, please? Can I get 50 rupees? This person has much more. He has something to give. Like that person can give like okay, billions, but we are just settling for so less. Does that help, Nandini Premataji?
Mm. No, no, Prabhuji.
No?
I mean, yeah, answer helped. Yeah, yes. No, the last you explained right that I was answering for that.
Okay, what is,
No,
you have a
no,
doubt?
you're telling no billionaires that for that I was telling.
Okay, 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 okay. Fine.
Yeah, yes, yes, Prabhuji, it helped. Yeah, yes, please, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Lalman Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. First of all, it is very, very beautifully explained. We are very grateful and thank you very much. Second thing, I just wanted to share my experience in chanting. I have been trying my very best not to divert my mind to anywhere else but to be completely absorbed in chanting. But somehow, still now, I am not able to do so. Mind goes and I have to take it back. I have to take it back. I am not able to reach in that stage. I am not able to completely absorbed in chanting yet.
Okay, is that is a comment or a question, Prabhu?
No, this is my experience I am sharing.
Yes.
Though I chant 20 to 20 rounds, but I am not able to completely absorb myself in that chanting.
So Prabhu,
Somehow the other thoughts are coming and I have to remove them.
yeah, so Prabhu, like this, one of the things that we have to do is we have to, I'm not sure, are you trying to chant alone or like in group?
No, alone, alone, alone. Nobody else
So,
is there with me.
so the thing
Completely
is,
alone.
it really helps to chant in group. So that is why we have this group japa. So in many of these sessions, like, okay, and into the devotees also, I've told earlier that we have to come together and chant. In this Kali Yuga, the most important Yuga Dharma is Harinam Shankirtan. So Shankirtan means that okay, we all come together and chant. When we are alone, right, what happens is it is individual dynamics. And when we are in group, it becomes group dynamics. Now I'll tell you something about this individual and group dynamics based on what I've seen. So you may have observed many times those children are there, right? Some shy children, like, okay, they will not talk only, okay, and sometimes, like, okay, some children are very active, but you put these shy children with those active children and observe them after some time. You will see that the shy ones have also become active. And I have personally seen this. I have personally seen this not once, but so many times, several times. This, it is just like this. It is the power of association. We have to chant with sincere devotees and we have to chant in group. We have this facility, like, okay, where we have this morning japa calls at both India and US time. I recommend everyone to take advantage of this, because through this I personally have seen that, okay, in my life I have personally seen I was really struggling at one point of time. I am still struggling. Okay, it may be uh, earlier the struggles were of different nature and now the struggles are of different nature. but 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 the struggles will always be there, but when we chant with sincere devotees, then in that case it really really helps. I will share something. I regularly chant with the Gauranga Kuti devotees, and also I regularly chant at the same time with His Grace Adi Gadadhar Prabhu. Okay, and it really helped me because Prabhu is very consistent in his sadhana, and not just that. Yesterday, I don't know how many of you joined, okay, in this japa call. We had His Grace Radhesham Prabhu also yesterday or day before. So 2 days, like His Grace Radhesham Prabhu was there. So we were chanting with His Grace Radhesham Prabhu. Um, Such a power. I mean, I don't have to do anything, like, okay, because when we have a powerhouse, like, okay, that is there, right? We can feel that, like, okay, because I cannot. I am like very low, insignificant, like, okay, but when we are sitting with such powerful devotees, we can feel that in the uh, in what we are doing. It may not happen overnight, but if we continue to do that, it will really work out. When we are, see, the thing is, the spiritual world, it this our spiritual sadhana, it works like this. When we hear continuously, right? When we are hearing continuously, there would be different types of speakers. Okay, someone may have 1000 watts, someone may have 2000 watts, someone may have 50,000 watt, right? Srila Prabhupada is our 50, I mean, whatever, like the highest wattage, because he is our parampara, he is our, um, he's our preeminent Siksha Guru. So from, he's an Acharya. And from there, when we are hearing, when we are trying to hear his chanting, it really, really helps. And when we are, when we with eagerness, when we come, when we want to hear, okay, what are the things that we can hear? Remember, I sent you some of the things separately, like, okay, why don't you hear these ones? Because some of the some of you who are enthusiastic in hearing, I send that sometimes, like, okay, and with some prayers, like, okay, sometimes, like, I feel that, okay, this might be good for this particular person. Similarly, like, okay, when, as we try to hear, as we try to absorb, as we try to go and chant in groups, that really helps us. When we are in alone, it is like this. Is this one, if it has to lift a table, forget table, a pen, will it be able to do it? Or hold a pen for 15-20 minutes like this? It'll start paining for after some time. But you put this one, now you hold the pen, it's easier, right? So because now it is all in group, so this group dynamics definitely helps. Does that help, Prabhu? So sometimes,
Yeah. This evening, I have little problem in the group chanting because of my problem in vocal cord. Because more than
no,
two
no,
to three
Prabhu,
times,
Prabhu,
I cannot
you
continue chanting. I have to be break in between.
that is fine. Prabhu, you don't have
Mm.
to put your speaker on. Okay, you don't have to even put the heads. I mean, you don't have to hear that chanting. You have to put it as little so that it doesn't, you have to put the audio as much as it doesn't disturb you. If any audio disturbs you, you put it completely in silent. But when you come in a group japa, when you see others are also chanting, especially if someone has put his video on while chanting, then what happens, like then we get inspired. Then what will
Okay,
happen?
I'll try to. Yeah.
Yeah, then we'll feel okay, I have to really do. And then when we see that okay, someone is really trying to sincerely come at a time, we have 2 3 devotees like that, like who are very persistently, they come in time actually, in the US timings in the morning, like they are very persistent. Sometimes I am not able to make it, many times I am unable to make it, but they are very persistent. So then we take inspiration, like, okay, because we are all empowered. See, we are all part and parcel of Krishna. It is not that, okay, like the way Krishna empowers us, we all have something unique to offer to Krishna. Someone may be good in, someone may be having, uh, uh, like they may be empowered to cook nicely. Someone may be empowered to distribute books nicely. Someone may be empowered to do Harikatha nicely. Someone may be empowered to read books nicely. Someone may be empowered to do, like, there are innumerable services to offer personal service to Gurudev nicely. It doesn't matter what service a person is doing. What matters is, like, okay, at the end of the day, are we doing it with love and devotion? And we open our heart to Krishna, we open our heart to Guru, we open our heart to Prabhupada. Today is a day when we can open our heart to Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur, because this day is not different from Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur. Whatever we say spiritually, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur is present with us at all times. We can open our heart that this is the problem I am having, I am unable to go beyond this, please give me your mercy, so that I can, so please uplift me, please purify me, please engage me in the service of the divine couple. Please engage me in the service of my Gurudev, who is your servant after all, who is the servant of your servant. So, like that. Does that help, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Did you have anything else, Prabhu? You were going to say
No.
something? Okay. Hare Krishna. Does anyone else have any questions or comments? Then you can unmute, or else we can just close it here. Okay, I'm not hearing anything. Then we can conclude here. शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, नामाचार्य शिला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय,
Haridas Thakur ki
विकास
jai.
ठाकुर तिरुभाव तिथि महामहोत्सव की जय।
Yeah.
जय गौर प्रेमानंदी, हरि हरि बोल।